Hey, what is up, everyone? This is Tyler G of Batman Figs on Instagram, and today's action figure review is going to be on the Mezco Classic Joker. As you can see in the front and center of your screen, and I would definitely have to say he is one of the cooler figures that I've gotten in the last few years. The quality is amazing, the sculpt is amazing. The only thing that I've ever had a problem with this figure is the lack of accessories, but we will get into that. So first, before we start going too much further in, I will show you a close-up of what the figure looks like. And it is a menacing head sculpt. And he does have two. We'll take a look at both. But this is the nice hair, little very wicked smile. Let's take a look at him all around. See the bat socks. There's very nice details on the shoes. Unreal detail on the shoes. Even his gloves have nice details. You're getting a look at one of the accessories early, the revolver, and that looks very good. So this is a very high quality figure, and now I'm going to show you his second head. So it just pops off like so, and just boom. And this is the second head. It's just as creepy, if not more so. And the detail on this is crazy too. Just on the inside of the mouth, you can see the tongue. Very menacing. I love the wrinkles, the hair, just out of control like him. So it's very, very cool. You can also take off the jacket, and I'll show you how to do that. So the jacket itself counts as an accessory. You just take off the hands and you pull it down. It's not very hard at all. And there you go. It looks very nice. I like that he has some short sleeves underneath. He's a very classy man. I'll show you the other accessories he comes with. He comes with a pair of fist hands, and I'll put those on him right now. If I can. Alright, boom. Okay. So there is fist. I'll put him down while I show you the rest. So you saw that he comes with one trigger finger hand. Just one. So you can only hold the gun in the right hand. He comes with an open, expressive hand that can also hold another accessory he comes with, which is the chattering teeth, which is a cool accessory. So that is a very cool little add bonus. But other than the two fists, the trigger finger, and that open expressive hand, he only comes with this hand, which is cool and all. And it has a Joker card. Let me get closer to that so you can see it. Yeah, that's really, really awesome looking. A lot of detail. And something you don't see in a figure every day. But that's the only other hand. So he only comes with 5 hands in total. 2 pairs of hands and the Joker card hand. But it would have been nice to have maybe gotten another trigger finger hand, or a hand that he could use to hold and grab stuff. But that is all he comes with, accessory wise. But what I did is I have a lot more Joker figures just to my collection, and they come with accessories, of course. But I got this This hat goes well with him in pictures since he has a little suit. And this is just the old Kenner 1989 Jack Nicholson squirting orchid Joker. He comes with this little fedora. So that's cool. If you got an extra $5 and want to spend it on a Jared Leto purple Joker from Mattel, you get this cane, and he could use the cane well. Looks good with him. And just little things like that, like at Michael's they have this for $2. It's like almost looks like the Killing Joke camera. And it has good paint. You can see it looks like there's a lens in there with the high gloss. So I've used that for a couple of pictures with him, and he could hold it well with the hands that he comes with. So if you do get him, you're just going to have to be creative and come up with your own accessories. The other thing that I was disappointed about was he does come with this jacket, but in the promo images he came with a trench coat, and then they just totally forgot about that or didn't put it in there on purpose, which I'm sure they did. I'm sure it was a money thing, but it just kind of bums me out that they showed us one thing and then we didn't get it. So anyway, let's get to the articulation. He is very highly articulated, especially for a figure that is this detailed and has cloth. So his arms to go out that far. He can do a 360 as long as you don't get the clothes caught on him. He has a single hinge elbow. He has pivot at the elbow. He has a hinge wrist and it can rotate. His head can look up that much, and he could look down that much, and he could rotate 360, and he has pivot. And the joint on this isn't in the neck like most figures. It is below here where it connects. It's down below here. So that's pretty cool. I like that it hides the joint and just looks more natural, and I think allows for better detail. So he also has a diaphragm joint up here, and that allows for some pivot, but mainly just allows for turning. He does have a waist rotation as well, and he does have the diaphragm allows for some ab crunch. So he has a lot of movement in the torso area. He has a double knee joint, allows that much movement. He can do the splits about that much without wanting to rip the clothes. So, I mean, I don't know why you're going to need the Joker to do the splits anyway, but be careful with the seam of the pants. He can rotate at the joint too. So I think, oh, he has a upper thigh cut. Yeah. He has a hinged ankle. He can swivel, and he has pivot. Very slight pivot, but he has pivot. Yeah, and that's the articulation for Mezco Joker. Now let's get into some size comparisons. You can see him next to his Dark Knight Returns counterpart, and Batman is bigger slightly, but he's way wider. After that, we'll get him next to Harley, SH Fig Arts version, and she's shorter, but they tend to be shorter, that scale of figure. Let's get him next to the first Joker I ever owned, the Kenner. And it looks good. It looks good. This is one of the Harleys that he looks really good next to as well. This is the Arkham Knight DC Collectibles 7-inch version of Harley in her classic suit from the video game. And she actually scales very well and looks cool if you want the classic Harley look. Speaking of 7-inch designer series, this is the Endgame Grey Capullo. So you want to see how that looks. Here's Jared Leto's Mattel version. He's shorter. World of difference between those two figures. Then we got the DC Collectibles animated Mark Hamill Joker. One version. I have two versions to compare. So that looks cool. And then I have the New Adventures of Batman version. And that looks cool as well. And then I will show you DC Icons, DC Collectibles. And he's a little bigger. Then Ben Affleck, Justice League Batman. That actually scales pretty well. Here's a Marvel Legend, for those of you that collect Marvel Legends. And here is my all-time favorite Batman animated version. And you know what? That even looks pretty sweet. Alright, so that is my Mezco Joker action figure review. This is, I really love this figure, and it is the last Mezco I got, and probably the last one I'll ever get. The detail is ridiculous. If you only saw pictures of it, you would think it was a hot toy if you didn't see the size comparison. And I know a lot of people who, when they first saw just the pictures alone, they thought that this was a hot toy, and then they saw it in person, and they couldn't believe that this was a 6-inch figure. So if you're planning on getting a Mezco and you don't want to, break the bank to get like the Dark Knight Returns version of a Mezco, because they're pretty expensive right now, then I would get this Joker while you still can at a good price, because I'm pretty sure the price is going to go up a ridiculous amount on it. So I would jump on it if you're thinking about it. And that's just my 2 cents. I hope you enjoyed this review, and I will see you soon.